2x4s. 2x4s today. That's what I'm going to do, is some 2x4s. I'm going to do them because it's hardwood. Um, oh, they're so nice. Look at that color. And this is ash, so it's really blonde. Okay, so this is phase 2. Cutting the rest of this wood for the firewood stand. Phase 3 is going to be building firewood stand, and then we're going to install it. Phase 4, up at the gas station and fill it up. Okay, and then we're going to turn it into money. So like 1.5, like store-bought stuff, like 1.5, a little over that, and work with that because it's not for any special project. Remember, this is for a firewood stand. We'll get to that. I'm going to get this loaded with a log, and you'll see that in a second. Oh, another video that we have coming out is the saw only. There's a lot of people out there that only have a saw, right? You don't have a big sawmill, and you don't even have like an Alaskan chainsaw mill. Well, I learned a bit of a technique that cuts me really good board that I can use with just my chainsaw. Okay, that's all I have to use is simply the chainsaw, and the technique is what it's all about. I saw a guy about 10 years ago and learned from him. I saw him do it on YouTube, so pay attention to YouTube. But I saw him like 10 years ago cut this board with only his chainsaw, and I thought it was a really cool technique. And I have done it several times over the years, and I'm going to show you that in another video. Again, I don't know if that one is out yet right now since I've published this one, because this is obviously in the past, because I have to edit things. So maybe I've edited that one. If it is, it's here. Otherwise, wait for that one. Be subscribed. Hit the notification bell. All right, guys, so let's take a look at that nice wood that we just chopped up. That's some nice color on that. That's good. Look at that one. Ooh. Ooh. Very nice. This one's got a little... This one has a little rot in it. No, it's not rot. It's a little softer wood, but not... certainly can't scratch through it, but that gives a nice little character there. What's the next one look like? Oh, that's cool. Flip this one over at the same time. Twinsies. That's cool. What do we look like down here? Get these ones off the rack. Flip that one over. Oh yeah, that's a nice 2x6s, man. I think they're 8.5 foot long. Good, nice 2x6s. I think that's where I stopped right there. So I got 3 of them, but I'm actually going to cut them down. I might leave them as 2x6s. I actually don't know yet what I'm going to do with them, whether I'm going to leave them as 2x6s or whether I'm going to use them as, cut them in half and use them as 2x4s, or, you know, variants of. 3.5 store-bought. That little rock that busts your blade up. You always got to clean them things and watch what you're doing. Got to watch out for little rockies, man. That little thing is going to tear those all up. Pay attention because it rolls through here, rolls out in the yard. All right, cool. Now that's done, I'm going to switch these boards for those boards and chop those in half. Officially. So officially, I think that worked out pretty good for us. That'll get us a pretty good amount of lumber out of those 3 logs. I don't know, what do you think? I could have went down to the store and shilled out a bunch of money, but honestly, this mill does a great job, and I really like it. It's not the best mill. It's not the biggest mill. It's really portable, which, if you haven't seen yet, I don't know if I put that video out. You should check out the portability video on this saw. I can break that rack right down, toss this little thing right in the back of my truck or trailer, and drag it all the way anywhere. We take it up the mountain to the hemlocks. We take it over to different parts of the acreage and show you the portability in another video. So just check for that. I may have it right here. Maybe I don't have it up yet. Either way, wait for that one. We'll find it. All in all, it's premium grade hardwood. It's not the best cuts. Obviously, we know that. But it is premium grade hardwood. And trying to go get this in the store is going to cost me an arm and a leg. Versus the one-time purchase of this sawmill and the abundance of lumber that I actually have, or the abundance of trees that I actually have. there's no reason for me to go buy wood. If I want to cut some premium quality wood, I'll take some more time on this. I'm going to put the new blade on it. That would be a lot more efficient. I don't have a brand new blade on it. I've probably cut 50, 40, 50 hardwood logs on this blade, and have not changed it. I was just going to run through it with this one because it's going to be for a firewood shack. It's so it'll work for me. But other than that, we're going to do another video on the actual blade change. If you're interested in more videos on the sawmill, let me know. We can make more videos on that. If you're interested in more videos on simply milling stuff, let me know about that. If you have some learnings, teach me a few things. I definitely am not an expert sawyer. I'm not an expert level. I like to make sure that I know how to do most things, and I'm very competent, but I don't know everything. So I'm sure I did some stuff wrong. Make sure you hit me in the comments so that I can learn and the other people around me can learn, and I wasn't giving like misinformation or anything. But either way, there's some good crappy cuts that are going to work for our project. These were milled out nice. Some of them are really nice half-inch boards that could be great. Anything. Face boards, wall boards, shelves, planed out and sanded. These would come out really nice for any other project. Which, to be honest, this one board right here, I think this board is like, it'd probably be $15 at the store right now. If you went down to Home Depot or Lowe's or one of these stores, it's probably like a $15, $20 board. And I just got like 20 of them. With just running some fuel in there, I've gone through 3 tanks of fuel. So 1 tank of fuel per log or so. Maybe it was even 2 tanks. 2 tanks of fuel or 3 for 3 logs. And I was dogging it. I was going slow because, again, the blade was low. For price, I think we're there. I think that it makes a no-brainer sense on cost value. 2x4s, 1x2s, some wood that I can build with. That's what I'm looking for here. I'm not going to build a house right now. If we're building a house, I'm going to go get some pine or something like that. I mean, we could build it with the hardwood, but I'm going to go get something else that's a little cheaper. It's actually really sturdy for building support frame for a house, so I might actually use some ash. Hemlock siding works, but it cracks over time, especially if you don't deal with it. But easy for this, I should have went up to the hemlocks and grabbed some chunk hemlock for this project, but this was here, and it was easier for me to do at this moment in time. We'll have another video on going up there. As for another next video or something like that, we're going to complete the build on this. I'm going to complete the build on this firewood stand. The logs were basically nothing. They were nothing. The mill, it cost me something one time a while ago. Like, it was the floor model, and the guys put it together, and they charged me like $600 because they already put it together and installed it. But it was like $4,000. I don't know what they cost right now. It was a little under that. It was like 38 or 36. That's what they charged me up there. I think it's actually a little lower than that online. I don't know. But anyways, one-time fee of that. Some old log that was sitting out there. It was a standing dead. It was gonna die, or it was gonna fall. The emerald ash borers have destroyed it, so no wood. And then no cost there. I'll have cost in fasteners and paint and advertising signs. So all in, minus the cost of this, because this does a lot more projects, right? We do picnic tables, deck boards, a lot of different stuff with this thing. Minus the cost of this, fasteners, $20, not even. I think it'll take like actually $10 or $12. If I went and bought it new, I could spend $20 on a box and get the job done. Paint in a few spots if we need it for flash, like a red or an orange. That's it. That really is the gas that went into this. So $150, and it's going to turn around and continually make us. Who knows? We're going to find out on that one. I'm not going to talk about price right now. I don't know about this location yet. We'll talk about other locations that we have and what the profit is on those if you're interested in that kind of thing. So let me know if you're interested on the profit of our other firewood stands and how much we're making on those versus how much we make on our roadside stand that's near our facility. Anyways, that's enough on that. Be square.